the superintendent in Fairfax County in Virginia, which encompasses about 200,000 children, 25 high schools, and it's extremely diverse. Children from really all over the world attend there. And when I had the opportunity to participate and take the PISA exam for our high schools, we volunteered to do so. And then our learning began when we were beginning to get the results in these 150-page booklets. It took us actually a long time to understand the information that was there, first of all, and then second of all, then try to figure out how best to utilize it for our own school improvement from both a school-by-school perspective as well as a system perspective. The first thing I would recommend to any school or a district is bring the people together at the appropriate grade levels for 15-year-olds, and usually a little before that. In our case, we had middle school principals and high school principals, instructional leaders in the schools, brought them together and had them, number one, understand what is in the booklet, understand the results. The score, we found, is actually the least important component of data. One of the most important, though, was the distribution of your students across the 6-point rubric. And we began to identify schools perhaps that had identical overall scores, but their distribution was very different. Some schools had many more children in the 5 and 6 category, and other schools had many more children in the 1 and the 2 category. The 5 and the 6 category prominence led schools to try and then ask the principals and instructional leaders in those schools what were some of the things that they were doing in their program that they believe led to if you will, a migration of children up at the higher levels of performance. That was our first piece of dialogue, really between teachers and instructional leaders in school, identifying the distribution of kids and how high-performing schools had a very different distribution than, I'll say, middle or low-performing, or even some identical. But we really started probing then the kind of instructional program, the delivery of services, the delivery of instruction, the training of teachers, all the things that go into really compelling or energizing and motivating students to really think at a much higher level.